you, but they just not you. And I just got through talking about what niggas trying to do, just not new.
Hello everyone. Impromptu live stream. I'm back. Will we pump or dump? Let's figure it out. Welcome. Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. Will we pump or dump? I say we pump. What do you guys say? I'm going to give it a second since it's impromptu. Let people shuffle in. Who's in a long? Who's in a short? What's your trade plan? What's up, Rich? What's up, Luai? I think so. I think it's a pump. I'm in a long too. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but to be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you guys why I don't think we've broken anything significant in terms of market structure. All right, let's get into this. All right, here's what I'm seeing. All right, obviously we're on the small time frames because all of this is playing out in real time. But like I said this morning, I'm seeing this as a double three, right? Basically a complex correction here. 1, 2, 3. This is the first wave W. This is the second wave X. And then this, I think, is the last wave, okay? And so I'm seeing this as complete, all right? And that's one of the reasons, okay? But that's not the main reason I'm in a long right now, actually, because I don't put too much... I'm not going to just count something using Elliott wave, complex corrections and make a trade. I think that's low probability because, my hit rate with that isn't as high. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look for like my bread and butter. And my bread and butter here is simply this. Here's why I think this can't be a sustainable downtrend. This one thing right here. This one candle. And I think, for me, price action is king. Like, I use some indicators. I'll use, anything I can get an edge with. But this right here tells me we can't keep going down. Anything after this, to me, is a B wave. It's a counter. That candle right there is way too intense of a counter, okay? And the only reason that can the only way that can sustain a downtrend is if we're in a special sort of, ending diagonal, right? Where you can put in a candle like that and then continue the trend down. Otherwise, I think it's simple as using that candle as the A wave, okay? And that's kind of my trading strategy. I'm looking for A waves. That's the key to pretty much everything I do. And if this is indeed an A wave, then this is my stop right here. Right here is where I stop. This trade plan kind of fails, right? If we break that phi ratio, that 1618 of that A wave. Otherwise, anything above here is fair game. So that's what I'm seeing, and this is why I'm seeing it. Like, and okay, just playing devil's advocate. Let's say this was just a correction, right? Something like this for continuation on to the downside. Then it's a complex correction of some sort, right? Either it's a complex correction or this is a reversal, right? This is a reversal of some sort. and we're gonna continue up. So it's a little tough to say, but I'm leaning towards this being a pump, towards that wave 4 being finished. I just don't see some people, I mean most people, right? Most people, I've just been on YouTube looking at what other analysts are saying. Most people are calling for, some people are calling for 42, some people are calling for 44. I just don't think this is finished. I don't see the big sort of run up capitulation candle. And then the other thing I don't like about this is this right here. And this is pure market structure. If you look at this, like, it clearly wants to finish this pattern, right? This is what we know. Like, you always get this symmetry, right? You've got resistance up here, but we haven't even tested that high. So we're kind of imbalanced there, and we've got support right here, right where we are on that line, okay? At 45.5 pretty much, right? This is where my pink line is. That's where we have support. So this would be a great place to keep going up and actually fulfill this. So this morning I said 50, and I do still think it's around 50, but I wouldn't be surprised if we made it all the way up to 52, okay? So that's why I think we're gonna pump. I think not only will we pump, but I think we're gonna go and put in maybe a 10 to 13% pump. And I know a lot of people are going short. A lot of people have gone short. We might rock it up there, you know, with a short squeeze. What do you guys think? Luai, my stop loss is the phi ratio, right? Because if I identify the A wave, right, everything's locked, or everything sort of, the A wave dictates pretty much the whole trade plan, okay? So if I go on the small time frame, you'll see that if I identify this as an A wave, a break of structure, then my stop is the 1618, the Fibonacci retracement, the 1618 Fibonacci retracement of that A wave. An A wave is an initial break of structure, so that pretty much tells me that, okay, price was going down, now it wants to go up. This is its initial move up. This is its first foray into positive price action. Anything that comes after is a B wave or a counter wave, as long as it stays above this 1618 of this A wave. Does that make sense? So my stop is right beneath this 1618. So who knows, but that's how I'm playing it. That's how I'm playing it. So far, so good. And just looking at it on smaller time frames, it looks very reversal like, you know, lots of buying pressure, and you've got this pitchfork type pattern that indicates reversal. So I like that, but that can also be just a correction, okay? And then the last thing is, yeah, of course, Rich. And the last thing I'm looking at is this. And the reason I got in, so I got stopped out originally, okay, because I didn't foresee a break of the channel. Got stopped out, but got back in. And the reason being, we never hit that 1618. We never went below it. So I was like, okay, my trade plan, my original trade plan isn't invalidated. So I'm definitely going to take advantage of this. And I also spied, one of my entry methods is looking at the RSI, stochastic RSI on the 15-minute time frame, okay? And using volume and using the stochastic RSI, those two indicators in particular, okay? And once again, I'm identifying the A wave using candles, I'm sorry, I can't make a good arrow. Okay, let's try this with a finer. Here we go. I'm identifying this candle, okay, as my A wave, my initial break of structure. So I'm going to look at the volume candle that this makes. So I looked at this volume candle and I thought, okay, it's not the biggest candle, but it's significant. This one's really significant, and so is this. So I'm going to say perhaps there's something here. And then I look at what happened in stochastic RSI at that point, okay? And, okay, actually, let's look at this candle right here. Let's look at this candle. This is the first one that kind of came to my attention. Big volume bar, okay? And this low was made right here. Let's make this bigger. This low was made right here, okay? And then we made another low right here. Then it piqued my attention because I'm seeing some strong divergence here, okay? So basically the price action is moving down, okay, on this low. Price action is moving down, yet the stochastic RSI is moving up. So for me, that's significant. This is one of my entry triggers, right? I can't enter a trade. That's my last rule. I only have 4 rules. I don't enter a trade until volume and stochastic RSI confirm the reversal of trend. And that, to me, on the 15-minute time frame, was significant enough to enter this trade. Because I saw, okay, we're going down here, but there is nice divergence right there. I hope everybody sees that, right? So higher low in the stochastic RSI, lower low, significantly lower low in the price action. So that tells me what ensues should be positive price action. And indeed, right after that, we get positive price action, but it's not as sort of positive, but it's more consolidative, and that's okay as well. So right now, stochastic RSI has gone up into, the top section, but we've been consolidating. It could mean that, we're due for a move back down, or it can just stay up here because it's just a 15-minute time frame. So what I did was I looked at the higher time frames. So I went to 30. Okay, I see in 30-minute time frame, we're high, we're up there. So that could mean getting ready for a drop down, but it can also stay up there. But I look at my hourly time frame, and it seems that it still has a lot of ways to go, okay, in terms of positive price action. We're not high, we're not overbought in the stochastic RSI on the hourly, which is, for me, more indicative of, a possible continuation. If for some reason this was really high on the hourly and this shot up here, then I would think, okay, this is not really probably a reversal. It's more like a consolidation for continuation back down. But we're still all the way down here, okay? It still could be a continuation back down, but just looking at the hourly, looking at the 4 hourly, that's completely on the floor, right? In oversold. I think this is all telling me that we are due for a move back up. And given the general sentiment of, everybody experiencing this 3% drop, 3 to 4% drop, and given how many shorts have entered the market, I think if we do start moving back up quickly, we're going to squeeze shorts and we're going to move quickly. So that's what I'm seeing. I think we're going to hit 52 or whatever our target to the upside is. I think it's 52, right? Just looking at market structure, it looks like 52 is likely, right? We would balance this structure out. And let's just turn on the VPVR and see. Looks like, yeah, we can go as high as 54 rather. Between 52 and 54, yeah. I'd say that is a realistic target, between 52 and 54. Hell, if we're that high, we might just hit the 618 immediately and meet this target. Let's turn off the VPVR real quick. And let's see if this won't just play out right now, right? So we got this. I spoke about this morning in the medium-term outlook, but I didn't think that this would happen so quickly. And let me get rid of this, clean this chart up. You know, this target is 55, 56, right? 56.4, okay? The target to this W pattern. And you can see it's a W pattern. You can say it's an ascending triangle. I had an ascending triangle on my other chart, but it's essentially the same. The pattern analysis yields the same result. Then if you take the fib retracement of this pattern, you see it hits the 618. So if we're gonna move up to 54, between 52 and 54, I would just look to definitely take profit around 55, because that is for almost certain, staunch resistance. If this does result in a move up, okay. But if this results in a move up, like I said, it's gonna rocket up, just because there's so many shorts open right now, and people really are under the impression that we've lost market structure, and we will continue to the downside. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Let's get rid of this. Who knows? But I have my money quite literally on the long game. I like this 4-hourly candle, what it looks like. Okay. I like the stochastic RSI crossing bullish on the 4-hourly. On the hourly, I really like the candles being put in. Right? Let me use the arrow tool. I really like these candles, right? These bullish candles. And these are hourly candles, right? So they indicate a lot of buying pressure. Well, not a lot of buying pressure, but sufficient buying pressure to move the price upwards for reversal. And I really like where the stochastic RSI is on the hourly. It's on the bottom, and although a lot of sort of analysts are saying that we're definitely going to drop now, I just don't see enough being put in right up here, right? Like the drop usually happens after, so I don't see this as being an A wave. Obviously, it's an A wave of some sort, but it's not a break of market structure, or a large break of market structure. And you can see on the daily, just having a look, it doesn't look like something like a big, it doesn't look, how can I explain this? There was no trend exhaustion. There was no exhaustive sort of move to the upside. There was no capitulation. There we go. That's the English I'm looking for. I don't see capitulation in to the extent that would create such a large downtrend if this is indeed an impulsive move, right? Like, I can definitely see a retracement, but it's an intra-wave retracement. And if this is a wave 3, then the intra-wave retracement wouldn't be that egregious, right? Because you're talking about wave 3, you're talking about just a 382 retracement, right? And that would give you what we have now, around a 3%, 3.5% drop, but nothing more, right? It's not a 618 retracement. I just don't see where it went up, big volume, exhausting the uptrend, and then we had a big A wave, break of structure, retrace of B wave. We never had that. And because we never had that, I think this is a clear intra-wave move. And so for me, everything points to continuation here. Okay, it may be slow at first, right? We may kind of matriculate slowly back into this trading range, but there's going to be a point, and I'm going to try and figure out where it may likely be. There's going to be a point where a lot of shorts are going to get trapped and flip long because they're going to get hit. Their stops are going to get hit, or they're going to get liquidated, and then we run. Okay, so where could that be? Let's try and figure that out. This is fun. Don't forget to like the stream, share the stream, do all that good stuff. Okay. I'm in a very high leveraged long, but with tight stops. Still following my first rule. My first rule is no moving stops once the trade is initiated, and included or kind of implicit in that first rule is that I have stops first and foremost, and that my stops are reasonable, and both of those are true. So I'm in the trade, and the trade is either going to succeed and have a massive risk to reward, massive reward, or a small risk. So it's a good trade. Win or lose, it's a great trade, actually. Not good, it's a great trade. That's how I like to take trades. Make them great even whether you win or lose, they're a good trade. Yeah, I just see this is support, right? Look at this. Look at that right there. It's right where we are, around 45.5. 45.5. And this is where we're finding support here. Let's move this for a second. This is where we're finding support, right? Same place, 45.5, right? And it's not yet. I don't think we retest this yet. This is not the retest of this neckline. I do believe that we're coming up. We're going to finish wave 5 and then retest the neckline for continuation. I think that is the most likely scenario. The question is, how high do we go? Do we hit 55, 56? Maybe, right? Okay, anyway, let's focus. Let's see. Where is it that if we are indeed moving up, where is it that we start triggering stops? Okay, and let's see. For that, we probably want to look at VPVR. That's the most telling indicator that we have. I don't have any money flow indicators. Okay, I think it's actually right here. Looking at the VPVR, okay, if VPVR indicates where most of the volume is traded, yeah, then right where we are, between that and, the point of control above, at 47.5, there's a void. That means that price should be running. If we make it up just $100 or $200 more, we should explode up to 47K region. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. Like, look at this void. This is the void I'm referring to right here. Right, this is just a desert of trading volume, okay? So pretty much most trades are being taken right here and right now. And between this and 44.5, there's nothing. So it's basically there's nothing between this and 44.5 and 47.4. So that's why we dumped so quickly, because it was basically this. If we lost that level, we came quickly to 44.5. And once we're at 44.5, if we dump any more, if we lose this level, we're pretty much at, if we lose 45.5, okay, then we're pretty much at 44.5. But now if we regain, let's say 46, then we're back to 47 quickly. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing on the charts. I'm excited to see how this plays out. I don't know for sure, but my money's on the longs. Okay. I think we're going to consolidate a bit sideways before moving. But once we get the move, it's going to be explosive. If we do move up, it's going to be explosive. I think this has already been put in, actually. So if this is an impulse, right? If this is an impulsive move, I think the two waves have already been put in, perhaps. Or it still has the impulse to go to the downside, perhaps. Not exactly sure. Going on smaller time frames to see. Looks like this may be the impulse, the last impulse down. Who knows? Yeah, this may be the first leg, the W, this may be the X, and then this may be it. This may be the last leg down. Okay? If this is it, then we should see a pump. And like I said, just judging by the VPVR, if this holds the 618 level and we turn up and we break 46, then we should expect a huge pump directly to 47. That should confirm it. And like I said, if we lose this level, we're going straight down to 44.5. Yeah. If we lose this level, straight down to 44.5 quickly in a flash. If we break this level, we're going straight to 47 quickly in a flash. So this should be exciting. We should see momentarily what's going on. Shouldn't be too much longer. But to me, right now, this looks like a complex correction that we put in for the two wave. A W, 1, 2, 3, this X wave, and this is my impulsive Y wave. But once again, we need to hold the 618 to confirm the impulse. If this is indeed a leading diagonal, which I think it is, right? We need to hold that 618 right there. Actually, let's not do that. I don't need... Okay, no. I don't need that. I wanted more... What did I want? Oh, I wanted a straight line. Can I get that back? Okay, I guess I'll do it manually. Let's go and put this line in just so we have it and we don't have to keep the retracement tool. Okay, pink line as per usual, like pink. All right, so we'll monitor that. And what we can do now is just look at some other projects. what other things are doing. So I like to look at BNB. BNB looks bullish. BNB looks really bullish. Look at this. Look at this candle right here. If this isn't capitulation, I don't know what is. This is like the definition of capitulation right there, right? If there was a downtrend and any trend, and I saw this candle, look at the wick, look at the volume, right? That means the end of the trend, right? That's how you spot a reversal. And in terms of like my trading style, in terms of, trying to figure out where price is going to reverse either to the downside or to the upside, the first thing I look for is in price action, pure price action, no indicators, no nothing. I just look at price action. I'm looking for that big wick telling me that the trend has been capitulated, okay? Once I identify a candle as like this, then I look for volume to corroborate it, okay? Sometimes, most of the time, you'll get some sort of volume corroboration, but just look right and look left. There's nothing like this candle, okay? It just stands out. So you know that there's something there, okay? If that is an A wave, and the definition of an A wave is initial break of structure, then everything after it is a B wave. And the beauty of Elliott wave theory is that we have an understanding of how far the B wave can go based on the A wave. So you would take the Fibonacci retracement tool if you're longing, or if you're looking long rather, and you would just spy the phi ratio, the 1.618. So powerful, right? And probably set your stops a little bit below. But you would just wait and let price trade in the range, set up a range, and try and buy the low of the range. So you identify this A wave, and you try and buy the low of the range. And once again, your stop or invalidation would simply be your phi ratio of this A wave, which is, this is as clear as an A wave as you can see. Now you have to be careful, because what can look like an A wave may just be an intra-wave correction, so you need context. But provided the context, and the context we have, right? But provided the context, if you identify the A wave, the whole trade is unlocked. You get a good stop, you get an idea for what the B wave can do, then you can start counting the B wave and all that stuff. But again, yeah, you need context, or else you're just counting an intra-wave correction, which you still may be tricked on, but that's why you have stops, and you're not always going to be right. But you can try. So that may very well be a reversal. So just looking at Binance coin looks very, very bullish, right? You have signs of strength galore. You have an ascending triangle, right? With ascending support, higher lows, higher highs, and you're looking to break out. So that looks bullish, okay? And that tells me, I usually look at BNB, high market cap, one of those market leaders, right? It gives me a good idea as to what Bitcoin may seek to do. Back to Bitcoin. Any developments? Still putting in that final. I think there's one more leg down, perhaps, maybe. Okay. But BNB looks bullish. BNB looks like it's about to blow to the upside. Okay, what's another one we can look at? Ethereum. Ethereum's kind of tends to do its own thing, but we can have a look at it. Let's go on the hourly. Okay. Let's see. So I like these candles here, but still that can be intra-wave. I do think that this is significant, though. I don't know. Let's see. Let's clean this up. What's Ethereum doing? Just don't know what to make of this wave. Is this a wave 4? Is that what it is? Is this 1, 2, 3, 4? Perhaps? I don't know. Or is this just a 3-wave structure? I don't know. If it's a 3-wave structure, then you can expect another wave up, because this correction isn't finished, right? That would explain the 3-wave structure. But then you would stay in this trading range. Because you don't really get a 3-wave structure to complete a correction, right? Every correction ends with a 5-wave structure. That's the confusing bit for me. Unless, like I said, you're going to stay in the trading range. Let's see. So this, if I'm looking at Ethereum, this is definitely W, 1, 2, 3 waves, right? You seem to have an X wave here. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. And then a Y. 1, 2, 3. But the fact that Y is like this and not impulsive tells me that there are 2 more waves. Tells me that there are 2 more waves. That's my... Just the fact that there are 3 waves tells me that this is a 333. That's my best guess, okay? That's my best guess. Because if this is a complex correction, we're in wave 4, right? Then this wave, this final wave, this impulse will be a 5-wave deal, okay? The fact that it's a 3-wave deal tells me that there's more, because complex corrections can come in 2 varieties, either a double 3 or a triple 3, right? And the triple 3 is WXYXZ, right? And so that's maybe what we should look out for, a W, X, Y, X, Z. Z probably take you down here. That's a possibility. That's on the table. That makes most sense to me right now, to be honest. Even more so than going straight up to 56. It's tricky. So yeah, let's do this in Bitcoin, and then I'm gonna end the stream because I gotta go somewhere. But I am seeing, I just don't, I don't see us continuing to drop. It doesn't make too much sense, okay? But I think the most plausible is that we're stuck in a 333 correction. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That would make the most sense. And then an X wave would come up. That would still squeeze some shorts, right? Because I don't know if many people are planning for us to come back into this trading range, and then finally down here. That makes the most sense to me if I had to like bet, okay? So just be careful, look out for that if you are in a long. You know, you may want to just be careful once you get up here and you hit the top of this resistance. You may want to look out for a reversal. That's just my 2 cents. Something like that. Before continuation. Not sure, but that would still, I mean, that X wave would still yield a good 3.5% pump. Okay. Hey, Nicholas, what's the CM? I don't know. I don't follow like traditional markets or CME gaps. I don't look at any of that stuff. Maybe you can enlighten us. But yeah, I'm the only gap I look at is the trading gap in the VPVR. Like I'm aware of the traditional markets, but I don't look at the traditional markets to elucidate what's happening in crypto. So like I'm looking at this gap right here. This trading gap between where we're at and where we were. So 40, say 45.5 and 47.5, and basically there's no very little trading volume there. So if we do go back up, it's going to be very quick. If we break 46, it's going to be shooting back up there. That's what I'm seeing. So yeah, maybe we get a pump, but I think the real test is not whether we get back to 47, but the real test is if we break this point of control. If we break 47.5, then if we break 47.5, we get to 52. And then when we get to 52, the question is if we get to 54 and 56 or if we turn around there. I don't know. But as I said, just to recap, and then I'm going to jump off, I'm liking what I'm seeing in terms of the bullish case. Let me turn off the VPVR. I like the bullish case given what I'm seeing on the VP or on the stochastic indicator. I like what I'm seeing with the volume indicator. Okay, the volume indicator is telling me that I've been consolidating. Okay, right? Is it consolidation for a move down? I don't know. Probably consolidation for a move up, but volume's telling me I'm consolidating. Stochastic has shown me that there is some strong bullish divergence on the 15-minute time frame, okay? And that is, once again, from here. Here, let's zoom in. It's kind of crazy. From this low to this low, we're making a lower low, right, on price action, but then on the stochastic RSI, we made a higher low. Okay, so that's pretty significant for a short-term move, and we haven't exhibited too much positive price action from that, but we've exhibited some sort of sideways consolidation. So I'm seeing that as very positive, okay? And then, for the crowd that says, well, we're in overbought territory on the stochastic RSI, well, this is on the 15-minute, okay? And I spy the smaller term time frames only because I want to know, okay, looks like we're right on the 618. Will we break the 618? Or will we turn around? It's now or never. Will we breach it or will we turn around? Aziz, I talked about the stop and where I set my stop and why I set it earlier in the live. It's one of the first things I said. Hi, by the way. Okay, we'll look at that in a second. Anyway, like I said, you have some strong bullish divergence here. And, as I said, for those saying, well, looks like we're overbought here and we crossed bearish on the stochastic RSI, I would say we'd go into the higher time frames And in the higher time frames, maybe not the 30-minute, maybe the 45-minute and the hourly, it seems as if we're still oversold. Okay, so we're safely oversold. So it's likely we get a move up, and a move up that on the 4-hourly and the hourly, that would mean positive price action. There's quite a bit of runway for us to go positive. Okay, so that's why I'm not worried about being overbought on the 15-minute time frame for the stochastic RSI, because it's just a small time frame. But now what I'm looking at in real time is this: are we going to break the 618? So I'm going to go on the small time frames. If we do break the 618, that basically just means that this wasn't an impulse, this was a corrective move. But if we don't, then this could be an impulse, as I said. This could very well be a double 3, WXY, right? Where's my, here we go, WXY. And that would complete our wave 2 correction for continuation to the upside. So let's see. Looks like we got a reversal there. Looks like we're about to cross bullish. Whoops. Looks like we're about to cross bullish in stochastic RSI. Looks like we're flirting with breaking the 618, but not yet, okay? Not yet. We're always going to get a bounce at the 618. Question is, are we going to break it? Okay, so we got the bounce. That's to be expected, but are we going to break it? That's the question. All right, wait and see. That's the last thing I'll see, and then I gotta jump off. Hope you guys are having a great day wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever time it is where you are. I know you guys are kind of a bit all over. Yeah. Some of you are in Europe, some of you are in Asia, some of you are stateside like myself. Let's see. I'm gonna lose that. If we lose that, it's still not game over. It just means that we weren't in impulse. And I mean, this looks kind of like a shitty impulse, but you know, you kind of need an impulse for continuation. If this isn't an impulse, then this is an A wave, B wave. It's still corrective. As long as we don't lose these levels down here, then we're fine, whatever this is. But it'd be nice if this were an impulse for continuation to the upside, right? Or else you kind of have to wait. But I'm still really liking what I'm seeing in BNB, which is, you know, high market cap. This doesn't look bearish in the least, you know? BNB doesn't look bearish in the least. Ethereum looks very bullish. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Ethereum looks very bullish. What else? What's high market cap? Here, give me some examples. Let's look at Cadena, since I'm in a Cadena trade. Look at that. Look at that. I know this is a 5-minute chart, but we're looking at it on... but this looks like it's about to reverse, doesn't it? All right. Strong buying pressure. Big candle right here. Luna. Let's look at Luna. But Luna's kind of out of sync. It kind of does its own thing. It's been on its own. Yeah, Luna looks like it's about to run. Right? That looks bullish. That, I mean, looks just like what I was talking about. Just like what we see in BNB. You see initial break of structure, A wave, strong candle showing capitulation of the downtrend, then a B wave, and then a consolidation, or sort of a leading, or what do you call them? A leading diagonal, that's what you call it, into a pump, right? I think we're going to get a pump. I think we're going to get a pump. Okay. Now, the question is, I think the main question is not whether we should get a pump or not, because at this point, I think it's highly likely, right? I think it's highly likely. Let's see. One sec. Let me see something. No, I can't see it here. Question is, what to make of these three waves, right? You know, three waves, and you see this on all the charts. Three waves mean correction. So this is corrective. You know, to end a trend, you need 5 waves, right? But 3 waves just mean that you're still in correction. That's why I'm leaning heavily towards the idea that this is nothing but a intra-corrective pump. So what I mean by that is you're getting your 3 waves here. You might get 3 waves up, but then you might get 5 waves down to complete this correction. I think everything looks like BNB, Ethereum, Luna. I think they look even more bullish than Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks decent, but it just looks like it's always right on the edge, right? It's like I'm about to die, guys. Like that pink line right here is the 618 of this uptrend, okay? So that's the, 618 is basically the point at which if you want to continue an uptrend, you have to hold, right? Look at what it's doing. It's like, I'm going to dump, psych. Let's keep going up. And it's like Bitcoin, right? Like, why do you look like you're on life support? Why can't you look more like your friends, BNB and who else was looking bullish? BNB, Ethereum. But at the end of the day, you zoom out. What do you have here? You have a nice reversal pattern, right? You have a nice reversal pattern. You have inverse head and shoulders. So I think we're going to squeeze some shorts, to be honest with you, because I don't think it's going to go to 52 just yet, but I think, or in the 50s just yet, but I think we're going to squeeze some shorts at least to the 47K region, back into that trading range, right? And the only reason I don't think that we're going to the 50s just yet is because I see 3 waves and not 5 down, okay? And you know that if you want to end a trend, if we wanted to end this correction, we need 5 waves. But on all the charts, I see 3 waves, okay? And you know what 3 waves means. It means you're still in correction, right? That's 1, 2, 3 very clearly. Unambiguous. 3 waves. 50K? What do you mean, 52? Just, we're looking at the charts. It's not just Elliott wave. I mean, you just look at the charts. 50K. First of all, the 618 of the 73-day downtrend is at 55, 56K, okay? But then 50 to 50, 52K is structure high. So let me just show this really quickly. Let's get rid of this because I like clean charts and I'm OCD. Haha, whatever. So on the 4-hourly, it's just, clear that you want symmetry. I love how simple charting can be sometimes. Like, do you see? Well, let's get out the rectangle. And then this is really the last thing because I really have to go. But I have fun on the live streams. Thanks for coming. Like the video if you haven't yet. Share, subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed. I do random live streams when I feel like it because this is my job and it's fun. And I talk about crypto. I talk about charting. Mostly about charting. I'm in love with charting. Where the hell is the... What am I doing? Okay, let's try this again. Right. Where's the rectangle? Anybody know? Rectangle tool. Where the hell is the rectangle tool? I don't use it enough, so no. I hate all. Who uses those? Let's see. Geometric shapes. Yeah, here. Okay. Wow, that was a struggle. Apologies. This is clear. Okay, this is clear. A market resistance right here, right? You don't have to get out your VPVR or anything like that. You just see that there's clear resistance up here, and so this is why everybody's talking about 50 to 52K, because you come up here, and in the past this was resistance for price, right? And it was support for price, right? Down here, actually 53.4, support for price. So we can expect price to come up here and at least take a breather. So this is why this is my next target, 50 to 52K. I don't really see it going through that, but who knows? I don't really know what we're in terms of like an Elliott wave count and what this impulse is. You know, I have some guesses, but that's the best I have. I don't actually know what we're in. All that, when it does go, it's gonna go. Look at this. Look at this. Ooh, when it breaks, when this breaks, it's gonna be fun. It's, if you're in a short, you're gonna have fun. If you're in a long, you're gonna have fun. Actually, if you're in a short and it breaks down, you're going to have fun. But if you're in a long and it breaks down, you're not gonna have fun. You're gonna get stopped out, and that's never fun. I hate getting stopped out. Actually, do I hate getting stopped out? Yes and no. I hate getting stopped out, but I don't hate it. I kind of love it when I have a good stop and I prevented myself from getting liquidated or losing a lot of money because I had a good trade. So part of me hates getting stopped out, but part of me kind of likes it because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm actually trading and not gambling because I set a legitimately like reasonable and good stop. Yeah. But yeah, I think some shorts are going to get squeezed. Some shorts are going to get squeezed. I would say once more, for those of you who just shuffled in, please like the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. But for those of you who just shuffled in, here's where I think some shorts are going to get squeezed. Let's turn on the VPVR really quickly. Once we pass 46K, almost exactly, I think we're going to run up to 47. You see that? If you turn on the VPVR, there's pretty much a desert of trading between 46 and 47. That's why when we broke 47, 186, we pretty much ran down. We fell down very quickly to 46K. So going up is going to be a similar move. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Once again, please like the video, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. But I gotta go. Love you guys. Peace.